Hi everybody and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sarah the Koala. So if you're currently using Streamlabs OBS, also known as Slobs, and you're wanting to migrate over to OBS Studios, but you're a little bit worried about losing your scenes, your alerts, your settings, all of that, you shouldn't really worry, okay? Because in this video, I'm going to walk you through the steps on how to migrate from Slobs to Ops, and what does and doesn't transfer over automatically, and how to get everything set up nice and cleanly in your OBS Studios. So before we jump into how, why don't we talk about the why you're doing this? So there are pros and cons of obviously both sides, as I explained in a previous video. I'll try and link it here. I don't know how to do that, but I'll figure it out anyway. OBS Studios is lighter on your system. It gives you more control, it's open source. Most plugins are actually built and tutorials are built with OBS Studios in mind. Streamlabs is more beginner friendly, let's say, but with convenience comes extra system usages and limitations. So the good news is switching is easier than you probably think. So let's talk about step one. Of course, it's going to be download OBS Studios. Okay, so we're going to go to obsprojects.com, your operating system, and download OBS Studios like you would any other program. So now let's export your scenes from Streamlabs OBS. So let's open up OBS, click the settings icon in the bottom left of the screen, then go to your scene collections. From here, click export overlay files. Now choose a folder you'll remember, like your desktop. And let Streamlabs export everything out. This will save your scene layout, sources and positioning, but keep in mind some things won't work and transfer over perfectly, but I'll explain why in a minute. Now, to import it. So now open up OBS Studios. At the top, click Scene Collection, then Import and select Import from Streamlabs. Navigate to the folder where you exported your Streamlabs file, again, probably on your desktop. Select it and click Import. OBS will now create your scenes using the standard OBS sources. Once it's done, you should see your scenes appear magically on the left-hand side for you. This part is really important. Lots of things will transfer over successfully. However, if it was a Streamlabs OBS specific feature, it won't. Okay, so things like your alerts, your widgets, cloud-based features, anything that's Streamlabs specific isn't going to come through automatically. However, Streamlabs alerts can also be re-added by using a browser source, or you could choose, to completely refresh your look and go for a different company, such as like Stream Elements or other base services like Lumia, as everybody knows, that's one of my favorites. Also, just a big warning, your audio settings may need to have a rejig as well, so just make sure to have a little look at them, check your mic, all that kind of fun stuff. Next, head into your settings and then stream. Reconnect your Twitch, your YouTube or Kick accounts or all of the above, or paste your stream keys in manually. After that, go to the output and video to set your bit rates, your resolutions and your FPSs. OBS Studio gives you way more flexibility here, so feel free to refine tune these things based on your PC and your internet speed. But before you go live, always do a quick test. Check your mic levels, your game audio, your alerts, your scene transitions, all of the things you should be checking before you go live anyway. You can do a short private stream or recording just to make sure everything works exactly how you want it. What I like to do is I log in as my bot. So my secondary Twitch account is my bot that I put all my permissions on. I log in as the STK bot and I go live on there because no one follows that account, and I can still see it on YouTube and I can on Twitch and YouTube and see how that looks. And that's it. It was that easy. So if you found this video nice and easy to follow along, or if you want me to do any other videos, don't forget there is a subscribe button on these YouTube channels, which really help us and help me get out there and into the algorithm. Also, the comment section is there to tell me if you loved, hated it, didn't like my Essex accent. Sorry, I am British. But feel free to go ahead and put me in the comments, or even tell me what other videos you might like to see from me. Maybe you want a bit of information about Lumia. Let me know. I'll see you soon, guys. Bye.